In this video, I will show you how to add Etsy reviews to your Shopify store quickly and easily. The first thing that we need to do is open up Elfsight. This is the tool that we will be using to build the widget, and I've linked it in the description below. Go ahead and click on that link and it will take you straight over to this page. This link also ensures that everything connects properly when we embed it. From here, just enter your email into this box to sign up for free, and then on this next page, create your password. Just like that, we are signed up and ready to go. Okay, so from here, once we are signed up to Elfsight and we have access to all of the Elfsight widgets, the widget that we are specifically looking for is Etsy reviews. So to find this, we just want to come all the way to the top of the page, and in this search widgets box right here, we can type in Etsy, and right here, the Etsy reviews widget is going to appear. So we can go ahead and click into this. And it's now going to ask us to choose from one of these templates. So we have like a floating badge template where people can click on this and it pops up at the side. We have a carousel widget, a grid widget, a badge, which is pretty similar to the floating badge right there. It's just integrated on the page. Slider, list, masonry, all of these different things. We even have things for dark theme websites as well. So go ahead and choose your template, and you can customize this at any point. This is just a starting point. And once that is selected, we can click on continue. In here, in the source area, this is now where we are going to enter in our Etsy URL, the URL to our Etsy store, and this is going to allow us to bring in our reviews. So all we want to do is go over to Etsy right here. We can open up Etsy, and then on Etsy, we want to go to your store. So I'll just take this one as an example. Let's go over to the store right here. And then once you are on your store page, we just go to the top, we can copy this URL, go back over to Elfsight and paste it in here. Now, if this is new and your reviews have never been brought into Elfsight before, this can definitely take a few minutes to actually bring your reviews in. So just be patient with it. It can take a few minutes. So just wait a few minutes for the reviews to be collected, and as you can see, these reviews have now been brought in. So the reviews are now in here. What we can then do is we have an AI summary right here. So we can click into the settings and we can turn this on or off if we would like it. We can choose if this is a list view, pointing out what the reviews are saying, or like a text that people can read into. We can also choose if we want the text typing animation and the AI profile picture animation, or we can just go ahead and turn this off entirely. We can also go in here into filters, and we can choose a few things like if we want to show reviews without text. So if somebody's left a review, but they haven't wrote any text here, if we want to include this. We can choose what ratings are we going to show, any rating, 2 stars and above, 3 stars and above, 4 stars and above, or just 5 stars. We can choose the total number of reviews to show. We can also exclude and include certain reviews. So if there's any words that you want to exclude here, so for example, if I type in the word bad, or if we type in the word shipping, it's now going to remove all of the reviews with the word shipping or bad in them. And then with include reviews, you can choose specific keywords, and it's only going to show reviews that have those keywords. So those are the filters. We can also go to sorting and choose if we want most recent or random, and that is the source area. From here, we can then go down to the layout, and we can choose the layout that we want to use for this. We did already kind of choose this when we were selecting a template, but we can select this and change this at any time. Then down here, depending on the template that you selected, we're going to get a few different options for how we want to customize this. So you can play around in this area, like the amount of rows, the amount of columns, the width of this. If this is going to autoplay, and what this means is it's going to automatically scroll along. So we can set this, for example, to every 1 second just to show you. And now every 1 second, this is going to autoplay. I'll just turn this off for now. So you can just play around with these options and see which ones you like. We can then go over to the header and choose if we want to show the header right here or not. We can choose the style of this and how this is going to look. So I think this one looks fantastic. We can also choose the elements that are going to be included in here. And then just beneath this, we have the widget title. So we can turn this on or off. We can choose what this says, and we can write a caption. Then we can go to the reviews, and we can choose how the reviews are going to look and how they are going to be laid out. We can choose the source style right here and how this is going to look. So we can select one of these, and I'm going to go with this one. And then finally, we can go down to the style. And in here, this is where we can play around with the colors and the fonts to fit our website better. So the first thing that we can do is choose between a light or dark theme. We can choose the accent color as well, which of course for Etsy is going to be orange. We can play around with the fonts. By default, this is the same as your Shopify store, but if you do want to change the font, you absolutely can. And then down here, this is where you can really play around with colors and fonts with things like the background. So we can go in and change the background color if we would like to. We can also go in here and play around with the widget title, the colors and the fonts and things like this. So just go in, once again, make these changes, make this fit your website as best as possible. And keep in mind that once you add this to your website, you can absolutely come back and edit this and make any changes that you need to. Now, once this has all been created and you now have your Etsy reviews widget looking at how you would like it to look, all we then have to do is click on publish. And Elfsight is going to take us over to this page where we can now choose a plan. Now, the plan that I recommend everybody getting started with is the free plan right here, as this is going to allow us to put the widget on the website for free. We can play around with this, we can drive some traffic to this and just see how it works. And then later down the line, if at some point you do want to upgrade, if you want more widgets or more website views, you can upgrade to these paid plans at any time. So for now, just select the free plan right here. And once that has been selected, Elfsight is now going to give us this piece of code. So with this code, this is what we are going to use to put these reviews onto our Shopify store. So we just click on copy code right here, and then we can go over to our Shopify store editor. In the editor, we just want to go to add section, and the section that we want to add is called custom liquid. So we can drop that in right there. And once this is added, we just want to go over to the liquid code box and paste in the code that we just copied. After a few seconds, the reviews are now going to load in, and that is how you can add Etsy reviews to your Shopify store.